Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to a nice, you could kind of call it a podcast, except it's not live and it's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not going to contain any video. You're just going to sit back, you're going to relax, and you're just going to take in what we have to talk about.
Which is
The Elder Scroll. Okay.
The Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Bring back dragons. So if you haven't seen, you probably won't even know, because I don't think we've even ever talked about it. We had an old channel. I think Sam knows exactly where I'm going. And we made a video called The Elder Scrolls 5, Where Will It Be? We hadn't looked into it in the slightest. It got 215,000 views. I'm looking at it right now. 377 likes and 500 dislikes. Purely because it was awfully made, right? So if you've ever seen it, fair enough to you for disliking it. But we've gained more knowledge. We know how to do YouTube videos now. So you know, we're just gonna have a
watching this video.
Hi. Alright, so let's get on the way. So we've got a few sections. We've got location, where the Elder Scrolls 6 might be. Keeping in mind, when we say Elder Scrolls 6, we don't mean the Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
We do mean the next one.
The
That's
next
available as single player, most likely, more RPG-like. So we've got location. So we've looked into it. It's most likely going to be either in the Black Marsh, or if you're a true Argonian fan, Argonia, Somerset Isles, or anywhere, you know, elf-like. So Valenwood. Oh shit! What? Wait, there's three. No. Sorry, that doesn't matter. I figured it out now. Hammerfell or elsewhere. There's also a lot of people. They seem to think it might be in Akavir, another province of Nirn. If you don't know what Nirn is, it's the planet in which Tamriel, Skyrim, all that is based on. This is Capotun. I think I remember reading about that, and that was a place where there's like these monkey style people. So it's a bit like Argonians, but in the theme of monkeys.
I hope all these like minor races that are there are actually one day like put into a game. Like
Yeah,
the monkey race.
I'd like to see that, 'cause I do like the races, but I only really like playing as a Khajiit or an Argonian. I don't really tend to start new games that often, and I feel kind of like limited because there's not really that change in race. I think maybe like the Falmer as a race. If you haven't played Dragonborn, the DLC, the Falmer is Snow Elves, which you do find out someone to be a Falmer. They're really cool. They're just like a different type of elf.
Yeah. Do you actually find out that they are snow elves beforehand though? So I didn't even know Falmer was snow elves really until I looked it up.
Yeah, no, I think there's a guard and he tells you, or so someone definitely tells you about it. Says they used to be snow elves as like a myth, but you do find out. There's also another province called Kamal or Camel.
You should be seeing these places maybe.
Yeah.
If we can.
Yeah, we'll put on a map of Nirn, and Tangmo and Seiski, that's pronounced. So if we're speaking in terms of Tamriel, if you're a true Elder Scrolls fan, you know what Tamriel means. So we've got Black Marsh, Somerset Isles, Hammerfell, Valenwood, or elsewhere. In my personal opinion, it's either going to be Black Marsh, Somerset Isles, or Valenwood. Personally, because we only figured out when we were looking into this stuff, the Falmer wasn't really that much explored in Skyrim. Actually,
it was made out to be such a big thing, and then you only had a couple of missions to do with it.
I think they might want to explore that. Yeah, so I think the likelihood is what they call Bethesda are probably going to look into the Thalmor a bit more, or maybe bring that theme back.
I hope so, because like in Skyrim they weren't really that major. No. They were like I said, they were made out to be major, but
I kind of like the idea. However, I don't. If there is an Elder Scrolls 6, which there probably will be, I don't want another fucking... What's it called? I don't want another fucking Skyrim. I hated I genuinely just can't even stand Skyrim.
Yeah, neither of us can.
It's not... It's a good game. Like, we've said this before. It's a very good game, but in terms of an Elder Scrolls game...
Yeah, it's just not as more, like, lore. It hasn't got as much lore. It's not as... It doesn't feel like an Elder Scrolls game.
It doesn't. It feels a bit more like World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a really shit rip-off of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly.
If I could put it...
Or a better World of Warcraft.
Yeah, because...
if people like World of Warcraft.
Yeah, also, another place it could be is Black Marsh. The best province. Yeah. So, if you don't know, you can see it in the Dragon Ball DLC. You can see on Solstheim, the island, and you can see what's it called, Red Mountain in Morrowind. I think
see it.
Yeah. You can see it from anywhere in the map as long as you're like high up enough, or you're by the coast. So basically, there was a year in the 4th era in Morrowind where the Red Mountain erupted. In Morrowind on what's the island called?
I don't know.
It begins with Vardenfell. That's it.
It begins with a Vardenfell.
And it begins with Vardenfell. And basically it killed a lot of Dark Elves. Thus for wiping out quite a lot of the population of Morrowind. This means Vivec and Cedernine, and there's a lot of cities in Morrowind. I can't really remember the names of them because I find Morrowind quite hard to play just because of how old it is. Like, the ideas are absolutely brilliant. I've looked into the quests. I absolutely love them. I'd love to play them, but I get on the game and I'm just like, I can't play this.
See, that's why I think we like Oblivion, because
it's playable and it's quite lore based.
Yeah, it's not that old, and it's really good lore, like Morrowind.
Yeah. I mean...
But then, again, Skyrim is just... the lore is just not good at all.
Because you can get more Oblivion.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I think I'll probably invest some hours into that.
Yeah.
When I downgrade to Windows 7, because Windows 8 is very shit. What was I talking... Oh yeah, so basically, after Red Mountain erupted, Morrowind was fucked, to be honest.
Yeah.
Put it simply,
it's like their Yellowstone volcano.
It's like their France, and Black Marsh was Germany in 1940. No, it's 40, wasn't it?
Oh, it was 1940 actually.
Basically, they had no fucking clue what was gonna happen.
France never have a fucking clue what's going on.
They might as well just retreated.
Everyone else is just retreated, like, safely, and then they're just like, why are you retreating? And then they find out. And they all get massacred.
Monsieur.
Sorry,
French
Sacre
people.
bleu. And then they get shot.
What was it? Oh yeah. So basically, the Argonian forces, for some fucking reason, who knows why, they went and they attacked Morrowind and claimed it. I read this.
The whole of Morrowind.
Yeah, I did read. I don't know what year this was and whether Black Marsh was part of the Empire, the Imperial Empire, still at this point. But it did happen. I can tell you that.
I think we should explain the date format. It's not that complicated, but there's eras, and you'll normally see it in game with just an E, like a number, then an E. So there's 1E, 2E, 3, 4E. Skyrim's set in the 4th era, which is 4E. Is Oblivion set in the 3rd?
Yeah, 3rd.
And then I'm guessing, is it Morrowind?
No,
is Morrowind in the 2nd?
Morrowind's only 20 years before Oblivion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's in the 3rd era?
Yeah.
And then most of the games just go through each era. They're not really. Is it like from every game it goes up in era?
I'm guessing, but there are certain points where it doesn't.
Yeah.
I think when they made Oblivion, they already had the idea of this whole Alduin shit, so they carried on with the third era, because the third era was third era is a really short era, so I'm not really actually sure why they did that. So yeah, that could be one of the ideas, getting back onto point. Being an Argonian and having something to do with the Ansalil. We'll get onto the Ansalil in a bit when we talk about factions.
I'm just clarifying this again. The first era was 2.9 thousand years. Second era was 896 years. Yeah. Third era was 433.
Yeah, it's
pretty sure. Fourth era it doesn't have a limit yet.
No, we won't know. But the first era is so long because of the whole Tiber Septim Jägerfarm thing. I think it was, Tiber Septim and Jägerfarm. Yeah, something to do with that apparently. I think I remember reading. So that's what we could be seeing in the next game. We could also be seeing Elsweyr or Valenwood or Hammerfell. Now, in my personal opinion, I don't really think we're going to be seeing Hammerfell. A lot of people want to see it, but I can't imagine what the fuck's going to happen there. Like,
it'd just be deserts.
They've changed.
And instead of frostbite spiders, it would be massive scorpions or something.
Yeah, I just don't see, like, they've changed Hammerfell a lot between Oblivion and Skyrim. Because you remember in Oblivion, Hammerfell, like, no offense, but the Red Guards were pretty normal people, right? They were just black. Like, they were just imposed with black. And then you went to Skyrim, and they just turned into Arabic, like, old Persian traders. And that,
exactly, yeah.
And it's the same.
I mean, when you're in another country, you wouldn't dress the same as you would in that other country. The reason they dress like that is because it's sandy. But in Skyrim, it's not sandy, is it?
It's so fucking freezing.
Bethesda should just make them wear normal clothes.
I think Todd Howard was experimenting, like, trying to fit an Elder Scrolls game to, like, quite real events, which for a lot of people turned out to be a massive success. But I kind of like the idea of playing a game and being somewhere you've never experienced before. Yeah. I think, like, Far Cry 3, I don't have a fucking clue about an island in the Pacific, and it's nice. I like that, but, like, you play, like, I don't know, for example, Total War Rome. It's good, but I don't know, I just like the idea of learning new stuff about a new place, and I think if they do make an Elder Scrolls 6, they want to focus on trying to keep it original, because they've taken a lot of the ideas from, like, Lord of the Rings and World of Warcraft and a lot of those sort of games recently. I think
they might say that they haven't, but
it's pretty obvious, to be honest. Like Frostbite spiders, Shelob.
Yeah.
Like
giant frostbite spider.
Yeah.
It's like basically Shelob.
Yeah, there was that massive one, wasn't there, that you had to go and get in Markarth, and it had a special name, and you're like,
oh shit, yeah.
That's not Shelob, is it? I can't. So as I was saying, I can't see anything happening if Hammerfell. However, don't take my word for it, because I said last time it wouldn't be in Skyrim, because I couldn't see anything happening in Skyrim. Would you believe it? It was. Just going back to that conversation we're having about it being taking a lot of ideas. When did Game of Thrones come out? Because I see Skyrim to be
2011, maybe. Oh, do you mean the books as in, or the? Oh, well, it was like the 70s, I think the books were.
Yeah, because I saw Skyrim a bit like Game of Thrones. Oh
no, was it? It was published 1996.
Well, I always, like, when I was playing Skyrim, now I always think of Game of Thrones, like, up in the wall and
yeah, it is like that.
in a lot of places. What else have we got? We got to talk about Somerset Isles. We haven't talked about that. We should have. Did we talk about it? We might have.
No, we didn't. No, we talked about Morrowind and Black Marsh and Hammerfell.
I don't know. We might have roughly talked.
We haven't gone across like elsewhere and.
No, but let's go to the Somerset Isles first. We'll talk about the Thalmor in more detail. I think we kind of briefly said this earlier. The idea of it being in Somerset Isles or Valenwood because of... Yeah, we did talk about the Thalmor, didn't we?
Yeah, we talked about the Thalmor.
And maybe like the colonising of the... Hang on, let me find their name. Altmiri Dominion. Dominion, right.
Yeah.
Because that's a recurring theme which seems to be coming up. I don't know if that's people seeing it from the Elder Scrolls Online and thinking, oh, maybe they'll bring it back. But if I remember correctly, there were quite a lot of references to the Altmiri Dominion in Skyrim, especially from the Thalmor. So I don't know. I could see that coming. Maybe not. We don't know. Next, we've gone to Valenwood, again linked to the Altmiri Dominion and Somerset Isles. I can't pronounce that for shit. However, there was some art, which I'll post over as you're watching this, about Valenwood, and it looks absolutely... it looks really nice. It's, you know, the Hobbit Part 2, Sam?
Yes.
Where they go to where...
Is this going to be a spoiler for everyone and me?
What? No, this is Part 2.
I haven't seen Part 2.
Oh. Okay, well everyone who has it's
Wait, what? I thought Part 2 was the new one.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's not really a spoiler. When you get to the bit where... Anyone who's watching now, when you get to the bit where Legolas and all the other elves are, it looks similar to that location. So like kind of quite fancy, like quite elven, quite pristine, like, you know, giant mushrooms and trees with magic and shit sprawling around them. I don't know, maybe they'll do something with that, but as I say again, the only really thing that could happen in Valenwood would be something to do with the Thalmor. Elsewhere would be interesting. Again, I can't see a quest coming from elsewhere. Like, I could look into it now as we talk, but I mean, do we honestly...
It's funny because I think elsewhere wouldn't be that serious of a place. Because everybody laughs at the Khajiits, let's be honest.
I know it.
Their voices are just so good and hilarious.
I know, they looked a bit more serious in Skyrim. I was like, oh, great. They're not taking...
I mean, in Oblivion, they looked hilarious.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, they're not going to take the piss out of the Khajiits, and then they turn them all into thieves and liars and drug addicts. I was like, oh, well done, Bethesda.
Yeah.
Well done for fucking...
It's funny because they take all the like minority races and then make them like racist somehow. Yeah. Like, if they were real.
Okay, so here's something. During the 5-Year War, I think that was... Oh, hang on, I think that's... Okay, I think that might be in the 4th era. Elsewhere expanded west into Valenwood. I didn't know that. Near the end of the Imperial Simulacrum, I don't know. An attempt to return the land occurred to the Khajiit settlers to not comply, and no further action was taken. However, they lost the land to the east near the imperial city of Leowyn. After agreement between the Count and the current Maine, also the city of Central, once a slum town, had been turned into a beautiful coastal resort, proving the economy is rising. Okay. In the early year of the 4th era, Elsewhere followed the lead of the Black Marsh and seceded from the Empire. Oh, there you go. So that could be... Oh, hang on. The Elsewhere Confederacy was disbanded, and the two ancient kingdoms, Palatine and Anaquina, were re-established as client states of the Thalmor. So, that seems to be a current theme that seems to be popping up with every place we're saying. So a story idea, I think that it will be something to do with the Thalmor.
Yes.
Because it's a recurring theme that we keep seeing today. And it links in with actually every place that hasn't been part. And I forgot, oh wow, in the 4th era, 115, a coup backed up by the Thalmor dissolved the Elsewhere Confederacy. In its place, the kingdoms of Anaquina and Palatine were recreated and became client states of the Third Aldemiri Dominion. So if they're all joining together...
Hang on, summarise that. Who's joining together?
So Elsewhere, Valenwood and Somerset Isles have become the Third Aldemiri Dominion. So that might have actually closed doors to it being... I think that might have closed the door to it being in Elsewhere, Valenwood and Somerset Isles, because they all are joined together.
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, the only thing that could come out of Elsewhere would probably be, if I can imagine, it would probably be the 5-Year War, which was spoken about. And maybe the secession from the Empire. So that's a possibility. You never know.
So what did you say? It couldn't be Elsewhere.
It could actually, because of the 5-Year War and the secession from the Empire. So Elsewhere is now an independent nation from the Imperial Empire. So there you go. That could be a good one. What have we got next? We're talking about guilds.
Oh yeah, guilds.
Oh no, sorry, no, we're not. We're talking about the story.
Oh. Okay, the story.
I'm so pissed off. So as always, classic Elder Scrolls fashion, you're going to start as a prisoner, you clip. An apocalypse in Tamriel continent, let's be honest, that's what always happens in an Elder Scrolls game. There's some shit happening, and the word is coincidentally enough, you happen to be chosen to go and do it. You know, because that just happens all the time to random people every day. So what's
gonna happen? You're gonna start as a prisoner.
Yeah, obviously.
Something will happen so that you won't be in prison anymore.
Yeah.
Like in Skyrim, the dragon came, and then you were able to escape. In Oblivion, the secret passage just happened to be in your prison cell.
In Morrowind, for some reason, they decided to port you to Morrowind.
Oh yeah.
So maybe if we talk about the story, we should probably come up with ideas that could link to the location. So, say if it's in the Black Marsh, we could talk about the if they're going to set it in a relatively close time period. Maybe they do it as you joining the army and taking Morrowind.
Taking Morrowind, yeah.
Or like.
See, I guess so, but that seems... I don't know why, it seems a bit too similar to Skyrim to me.
Yeah.
Because you're like joining a military, and then you're taking over things, like... Have you completed the Civil War quest in Skyrim?
I'm sorry, Bethesda, if you're watching this, what the fuck was that? It was not even a main quest. Literally, you went into the same battle about 20 times.
You had to clear so many forts, and it was
the exact same
Then
thing
at the end, when you captured either like Windhelm or Solitude, you didn't even get that good of a reward.
I know.
Like, they could at least make you High King. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and he's just like, okay, go back to being a normal citizen.
Yeah.
However, thank you for saving the whole of Tamriel from
And then if you lockpick into a house, we will therefore arrest you, even though you saved us.
And
we'll still arrest you. And
yeah, it is ridiculous. I don't mind that. It's just the only thing you did was go and clear out forts. I'm sorry, but what the fuck, Bethesda? You had 5 years between Oblivion and Skyrim, and you'd already planned it before Oblivion even came out. And you came up with that. I mean,
let's face it, it's better than a dungeon quest. Like, every quest in Skyrim is normally a dungeon quest.
It's always a fucking dungeon.
Even the Bard's College.
Yeah.
You go to Bard's College expecting to have a nice, relaxing quest, and they're like, "Oh, welcome to the Bard's College." You're like,
oh no,
I want to join. Oh no, my loot fell down a well. into a dungeon.
know,
Wallace somehow went into a dungeon.
Yeah, somehow I accidentally ended up in the bottom of a dungeon.
I escaped, but then I accidentally left my book that had the lyrics to a song in.
Decided to leave my loot down there. Somehow made it out alive. And
it's
then
worth 5 gold. Go get it.
Yeah.
I barely make that in a year.
Yeah. Oh, that was a funny line. God, what were we even talking about before we divert to this
the story, like how different stories would link to different locations.
Yeah. So that'd probably be the Black Marsh. I can't see much more coming out of it.
So the Thalmor, where would they link to? What?
Somerset Isle, elsewhere, and Valenwood. So, I mean, you could be joining the Thalmor if it's in Somerset Isles and the plan to expand into Valenwood and elsewhere maybe. Or maybe like the Thalmor, a bit like the Nazi Party. It got thrown down and ended and you have to restart it maybe.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine that would be very much fucking fun.
I think it would be a really good idea to have some, like, one of the stories where you go into another continent. So then the game will be like 2 continents.
I think it'd be kind of nice if they did like a political main quest, so you had to like make a lot of decisions. Like,
oh yeah, and then it affects.
For like starting the Aldmeri Dominion again. Like if you had to make some like you don't just go and you have to do this and you have to do fucking that. Like maybe you could choose on like what happens. And a bit like a strategy.
Yeah.
Valenwood, maybe that'd be fending off the Aldmeri Dominion.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe you could choose where to start. Maybe there'd be a game with both.
Yeah, that's true actually. Elsewhere, the 5-year war, and sieging from the Empire. So maybe you have to go to Cyrodiil and fucking assassinate the Emperor or some shit. I don't know. That'd be kind of good actually. I like to go. Or maybe somehow, you know, like in typical Elder Scrolls fashion, the Emperor just happened to be in town, and they think, okay, let's send this guy in to go and assassinate him because he happens to just be here.
Yeah.
Typical Elder Scrolls fashion. Akavir.
We might be insulting Elder Scrolls, but it is our favourite game.
Yeah,
series. So
I think
we love it.
I would rather have got it in 2012 than what it was in 2011. I do. I think.
If they put a bit more time into the lore and like stuff like that.
It was only 4 years between Oblivion and Morrowind, and they still pulled that off pretty well.
Yeah.
They had an extra year, and like the technology was ahead of them, so they kind of got it easy.
Yeah.
Slackers. Other continent, Akavir, Capitan, Kamal, Tangmo, and Chesky. We don't know much about them. However, it's a recurring theme in the last 3 Elder Scrolls games. Akavir, learning about the old Akavir Empire, and do you remember you get like Akaviri swords and stuff?
Oh yeah.
So, you might see something about that. I'd like that. I'd like to explore a new continent, because I kind of already get the gist of everything in Tamriel. Like I kind of get what everywhere is like and what's happening pretty well. So we said we're gonna explore more into the Thalmor at this point, because we're in story. So I don't know what you could really say about the Thalmor. Like, I guess as we learned, just the Third Reich. I hate to say Third Reich, but now I've just thought about it. There's a link between the Third Reich and the Third Aldmeri Dominion. So maybe they're linking the Third Reich to the Third Aldmeri Dominion.
Oh,
saying it's an evil, and they're trying to conquer Tamriel. That could happen.
Oh. Maybe the Elder Scrolls is just a bit massive form of propaganda, and we've been brainwashed this whole time.
I love Germany. Ich liebe Deutschland. There we go. I've been brainwashed. Yeah. I've gone blank now. We had so much to talk about.
The Thalmor, they're the ones that actually they're trying to get rid of Talos, basically.
Yeah, that's it.
So if there's Thalmor involved, I think it's going to be the same as Skyrim, where Talos is like banned, but people still do it.
Yeah.
But it won't be as big because, like in Skyrim, that was their god because they're Nords. But in anywhere else.
Yeah, that could link to. Do you remember I said earlier the Thalmor god Auriel?
Yes.
So maybe the Auriel's like the version of Talos.
Yeah.
And maybe that, like I said, like I tend to be in a lot of fantasy games. They do it in the name of their god, like no offense, but a bit like quite a lot of religions these days. So maybe they're starting the third Altamira Dominion in the name of Auriel.
Oh wow! I'm sorry, I just ignored you there.
Sorry.
I just found something. I didn't even know this. The Thalmor, they took credit for closing the Oblivion Gates and ending the Oblivion Crisis.
Well, I did that.
Yeah, it says, in reality, however, Martin Septim, aided by the hero of Kvatch, the player, ended the Oblivion Crisis by destroying the Amulet of Kings and invoking the avatar of Akatosh. And it says, they claim sole responsibility for closing the Oblivion Gates in the Dominion. What? They can't steal our credit. We did the main story quest for that.
Wow, what bastards.
Man, they are like the Third Reich. To be honest, I don't even know what the Third Reich is, but you know.
It's just like what like Nazi Germany was.
Oh, right.
It was the Third Reich of Germany. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to talk about Thalmor. We'll probably end up coming back to it because it links to a lot of the ideas that people have put on the internet about what may happen for the next thing. Speaking of, I mean, there could be something to do with Daedric gods. Like, Daedric gods tend to be quite another recurring theme in the Elder Scrolls, like Malak Bao for the Elder Scrolls Online, Maroon's Dagon for Oblivion. I don't know if Vivek's one, Dagoth Ur for Morrowind, and what's he called in Skyrim? It's not Alduin, it's the main god of Skyrim.
What?
Is Akatosh it?
I thought Talos was their main god.
No, I thought they banned Talos in Skyrim.
They did, but they want to worship him, don't they? Because it's the Nord god.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. The Blades could come back. It's a bit like the Dark Brotherhood. I can't imagine them actually wiping them out. That's also linking to, like a lot of people say maybe Martin Septim will come back. He's not going to come back.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't want him to come back.
And even if he did, there's the Mede Emperors, like you killed Titus Mede II in Skyrim. Having said that, if they did bring Martin back, it'd probably be like your mission to get rid of the Mede family to restore Martin on the throne.
Oh yeah.
So if you really were thinking that was going to happen, that's what's going to happen.
But,
okay.
I don't think that would be good.
No, I don't.
I mean, because Martin went out like a hero, inverted commas. Basically, but you're basically the hero because you did everything. And,
I know, it's ridiculous.
And then he just turns into a massive dragon and kills Mehrunes Dagon.
Do you think that massive dragon statue's still there?
What do you mean?
Like, to the current day in Skyrim in the Imperial City.
Oh, actually, that's a good question.
I'd like to
if in Elder Scrolls Online you get to explore the whole of Tamriel, I wonder if you went there, then it would be like there, or if it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I think it would be. They got rid of it. They fixed the chapel, and then they put a little like monument in front of it saying like about it.
Maybe they're like someone was trying to cut it down, and then Martin was inside. He was like, "Thank you for getting me out." God, it's really boring in there. I mean, that's all we've got for the story. We can only come back to this when we have more information. Guilds. I'm gonna let you start this, Sam, because you're quite big on the old guilds.
Guilds, they're the best part of the games. basically guilds. You have to have the 4 main guilds.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the assassins,
Yeah.
the thieves, the mages, and the the fighters guild, the companions, like the people who protect the public. That aren't the guards. Yeah.
The guards in Oblivion were pathetic. They just never stopped respawning. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I used to just got massive
one and,
killing
like, hordes
sprees.
of them just come, like one
Yeah,
by
and then
one.
you kill them, and then you just like the music wouldn't stop, and then eventually like they would
Then
just
you're like,
come
where are they? And then you turn around and it makes you jump because
Yeah.
there's one right behind
You
you.
just stop there, criminal scum. Yeah, go on about guilds anyway.
Okay, so we think that the what was it? The Assassin's Guild will either be like, because the Dark Brotherhood's been disbanded now, like in Scotland.
Kind of. Basically,
I guess so. There's only like 4 members left, isn't there?
Yeah,
There's
but
you, that Azor. What's that guy called? The Red Guard.
Nazir.
Nazir, that's it.
Have
And
you
then that
noticed,
little
Sam,
girl.
If you take away the R in Nazir's name, what'd you get?
Oh,
Ooh.
conspiracy.
No, basically, if you didn't pick this up in Skyrim, the Dark Brotherhood, what is it called? Sanctum in Skyrim is the last one left.
Yeah.
Somehow between Oblivion and Skyrim, they all got completely fucking annihilated, and that's the last one. So it will either disappear, and
a new guild will come about, or
Yeah.
they will somehow get back, or you have to make them. You have to restore them to their former glory or something.
Yeah, if they were to get rid of, if you play Morrowind, the Murok Tong, I haven't played their questline, but they're Assassin's Guild, but they do it for like the right purpose. So it's kind of like guards, but assassinating.
Guards, but So
Guards, but with an attitude.
Yeah.
You got the Thieves Guild.
The Thieves
Bethesda,
Guild.
please
I think it would just be a normal Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
What were they called? The Wharf Rats.
Yeah, the fucking wharf rats. No, there'll be like some new Thieves Guild called like the Crusty Hagglers or something. There'll be some like pirates who just like steal your beer when you leave the tavern.
Yeah.
Steal like the remaining drops of your beer. The fucking Crusty Hagglers. Oh my god, it is too funny.
And the Mages Guild. That's just
The Crusty Mages. The Crusty Zach Muellers.
Oh no, we think the Mages Guild. They might bring a Necromancy Guild.
Yeah, that would be kind of interesting.
I think that would be kind of like
the
the Crusty Necromancers.
the Crusty Black Magic.
Oh god.
I can imagine. No, basically like a necromancy guild. Yeah, that would be kind of like interesting. Maybe
I think that would be like an Assassin's Guild mixed with a Mages Guild, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool actually. Like maybe they have like a little treaty alliance, so
yeah,
they stay out of each other's way between the Murok Tong / Dark Brotherhood against the Necromancers. I mean, Thieves Guild. We've got. I can just see a pirate now, just like, I'm Black-Eye Ed of the Crusty Anglers, give me all your gold. And he's just like, I've only got 2 pieces, that will do me, lover. And then just walking out with like a fake parrot on his shoulder.
I've searched, I Google image the Crusty Hagglers, nothing's come up.
Do you remember in Oblivion they were talking about how the Grey Fox doesn't die? He'd been alive for like 200 years or something.
Oh yeah, actually.
Maybe he'll come back. Cause
yeah. What happens at the end of the Thieves Guild? He gives you his mask.
Oh yeah.
But what happens to him?
Because do you remember he was the Count of Anvil?
Oh shit! Yeah, and then
And then
does
he
go back to being it?
Yeah, because she didn't realise it was him.
So maybe he'll go. Maybe he'll still be the Count, but he
part-time crusty.
But because maybe do you think he can survive like for years then?
I think with the cowl of Nocturnal keeps you alive, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah, but now he gave that away, didn't he? I was gonna say it could be something like he's still alive, say like his wife died and like most people that he knew died. Then he comes to you for some sort of help. But if he doesn't have the cowl, then
yeah.
I think what would be good is if you found like a skeleton or something, like somewhere in the world randomly. It's really difficult to find. It's got like a key item from like Oblivion or something, like the cowl.
Yeah,
it's just got that in it.
That'd be really.
It's like a little reference.
Yeah, maybe there's a new guy with the cowl. He stole it from.
Oh yeah, because he is a thief. So
yeah, obviously.
The crusty hagglers.
The crusty hagglers and the grey fox. I can imagine that.
The Fighters Guild. Oh, the guard guild. That would be good. Like a guard legion thing.
Yeah, that was an idea for the Elder Scrolls 5. They didn't put it forward.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of YouTube people saying they wanted it.
Mm.
The Vampires Guild, did we say that yet?
Oh no, we have.
That would be incredibly good. Like, you got the Dawn Guard Guild, but you couldn't stay with them. So personally, I'd like to see something like that. Or we were saying were creatures, because you get werewolves, which like the companions. But if you don't know, in Tamriel you can get were crocodiles, were sharks, were bears, and maybe like were goats or something really shit. Or were mud crabs. Yeah, you can get were mud crabs.
Really?
Yeah, I remember. I swear to God, I read that somewhere. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe like a load of your bros, and you go into a tavern and you all turn into a were-mud crab, and everyone screams and you violently kill them, and that's the end of the guild. They'll be called the Crusty Wares.
Do you remember when you in Oblivion where you caught the vampiress or whatever it's called, and then you had to go for that massive fucking quest to cure it?
Yeah, oh my god.
It was like, go to this cave, find this ingredients. Go to this other cave, all across Cyrodiil, find the ingredients. Go to this cave.
At one time, I didn't do that quest, and I think I went and did the Mages Guild, and they said, take this to Count Julianos, whatever he's called. And basically I hadn't done the cure for Vampiria, or whatever it's called. And you actually had to deliver it to the Count. So what you had to do is you had to go up to the quarters, which was trespassing, and you had to like run away from all the guards, and then you get to this whole new courtroom, which just looks just like the one in Skingrad, but it's like really dark and it's really creepy, and he's just in there on his own, because they don't want to tell anyone about him being a vampire. So that was kind of cool, and maybe they could link something.
Oh shit! You mean the guy, where his wife is a vampire as well, and she dies?
Yeah.
And then
He gives her the medicine, and she just goes, ugh, and dies.
Then he forgives you straight after. He's like, "What have you done?" Then you convince him, and then he's like, "Okay." Just after you killed his wife. Or...
And then he's like, "Here you go, 1 gold piece added." It's like 500 or something really pathetic.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise how useful like small amounts of money are in Skyrim. Like, you can buy anything if you have like 10,000 gold. Buy anything in the game. 1, of course. So that's all I've got for guilds.
Yeah, I guess so. That would be.
I can't really think of any more like.
The only well, I wouldn't really call them guilds. It's like the Thalmor and like the military if they went to like Black Marsh. That'd be kind of the main quest, though.
Yeah, maybe you could like join the crusty Argonian forces. Yeah. Oh god, that's
the Argonian maid.
Oh god, don't read that.
We should get John to do a reading of that.
Oh god, yeah, we should actually. That'd be. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's the Bard's College again.
It'd be called. They'll change it and it'd be called like the Musicians College or some shit.
It'd be like the Crusty Musicians. The Crusty Haggler's servants that play music. So next up we have the factions. We have the Ancilial, which is basically an Argonian political party. Now we could, if it's set in elsewhere, Black Marsh, we could be seeing something to do with that. Like, I don't know really what, like just like because if you've ever read the Elder Scrolls books, they're mentioned quite a lot in that the Ancestral for like the first time. So that could be something I don't actually have any ideas on it at the moment. But if it was saying Argonia, Black Marsh, I can imagine it being something to do with it. Maybe to destroy the Thalmor. I could see that going on.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? We got the Crimson Scars. Linking to our guilds. They were a part of the Dark Brotherhood, and they split off from them, and they're basically a vampires assassins guild. That I think that'd be really fun. Assassins and vampires. It's like Vicente Valtieri times 100. Just like loads of dupes of him in a house.
Loads of him.
Hello, my brother. What can I do for you? That's all he ever said. Just imagine that.
He never wore shoes, didn't he? He always like went barefoot.
No, actually, YouTube made me remove the video because apparently I had the copyright thing on it. And it's my fourth part of my Oblivion series. It's called Vicente's Boots. And it's the first time I'd ever seen him wear footwear. And I was like, what the fuck? He's got boots. How's this possible? What? So yeah, what else have I got here? We got the House Telvanni, all the houses of Morrowind, Telvanni, Sadras, Redoran, Indoril, Hlaalu, and Dresden Dagoth. This is an idea. Links pretty much everything we said before. Maybe, I mean, it's very, very unlikely, but maybe they'll set it in Morrowind again and use like the mainland of Morrowind. A lot of people have suggested it. It seems so unlikely to happen, but I mean, you don't know. And maybe you have to work with all the houses to, you know, like retake Morrowind back from the Ancestral and Black Marsh, and it seemed a bit just like the Stormcloaks and Imperials battle, but you don't know. It could be interesting, I guess. Yeah, anything you want to comment on that, Sam?
No, not really. Not really. I'm kind of
And you're relaxed.
No, I'm. Hang on. What were you talking about?
The houses of Morrowind, Telvanni, Sadras, Redrun, Indoril, Hlaalu, and Dresden Dagoth. So, like the idea of their working with them to take back Morrowind from the Black Marsh. I said it's unlikely to happen. But we got the House Telvanni in Skyrim. If you didn't realise, in Dragonborn, you find that guy who lives in South Park.
Yeah.
And he lives in that giant fucking mushroom, and you have to go to him. And he's part of the House Telvanni. So, you know, they're always trying to link games into each other. Like, do you know Jayub, Sam? He's like that guy.
Shit, yeah, Jayub.
You meet right at the start of Morrowind. He was in Skyrim. When you went into... What was it called?
Jayub, yeah. It's, I don't want to reference it, but that was in Sips's playthrough, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was. Basically, he was in Morrowind.
Yeah, Jayub's Opus, the quest is called.
Yeah. And you were in the Soul Cairn, and you see him, and...
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't realize that. Guess what? It just, as in typical Elder Scrolls style, it looks nothing like it did in Morrowind. Yeah. But never mind. We've also got the... I don't know how to pronounce it. The Ren Rizjir Kryn. These are basically a radical Khajiit organization dedicated to reclaiming areas of Cyrodiil they see rightfully belonging to elsewhere. So basically with that, I'm talking the ideas of if it was set elsewhere, the Khajiit trying to take back areas of Cyrodiil and fighting back against the Empire after the 5-year war. After they've separated from Cyrodiil, that could be something that happens after. I don't know, it seems to me now quite actually between Black Marsh and elsewhere now we've gone through it. I've learned
to be honest, I wish it was, but knowing Bethesda, They'll take it to
the Elder Scrolls Cyrodiil 2.0. And it'll be just like Oblivion, but with a shitter questline.
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy the questline that much to Oblivion. It was okay.
It's better than Skyrim, as I say.
Yeah.
Much better.
I mean, you're always going into Oblivion, and
yeah, that's the only problem.
Oblivion was like a lot more of an original idea than fucking dragons.
Yeah, it was like Hal, basically.
Yeah.
Going into Hal.
It was.
The scamps.
Yeah, that's what exactly I was about to say. The scamps were what made it hell, to be honest. I'm going to edit that out. And last on our list we got gods, which might link into the story. Thalmor and elves in Somerset Island, Valenwood. I've got Auriel. So I don't know. It's like the thing I was saying earlier. Like maybe Auriel, they like try and take back like the Third Reich of the Altamiri Dominion. They try and like do it in like Auriel's name. Like, a lot of people say, I don't know, I'm gonna go and fight for my country in the name of God. It's like them saying that in the name of Auriel. Another god we like to see, it's, you know, we like the recurring theme of Sheogorath.
Oh yeah.
He was only good in Shivering Isles. He was a bit boring in Skyrim. He was just a bit strange.
It didn't look like him at all for a start.
Was the voice
only good thing was that they continued the voice actor. I like that because I was expecting them to not, knowing Bethesda.
Yeah, because they changed a lot of the god's voice, the Daedric god's voice, like her scene.
Yeah.
And what was Clavicus Vile? He's like, "Hello, mortal."
Yeah, and then that one is the adoring fan's voice. I forgot who he is.
I don't even, I've never done that quest, so I'll never know. Characters. We have Mike the Liar written down.
Yes. Mike the Liar returns.
Maybe he should be like the Khajiit commander of the army.
The Khajiit god.
Yeah. You will all obey to me. That'd be pretty funny.
Mike
that'd be a good DLC you'd pay like £2 for.
No, I'd pay like 20 quid for that.
Yeah, but they'd probably make it really boring and just funny.
Yeah. It would just be one dialogue option, and then that's it.
Mike knows ma, and that's it. He just says ma, and then Bethesda are like, sorry, we couldn't get the rest of the line because we had budgeting problems.
Oh yeah.
So there we go. We finished on Mike the Liar. Yeah, we've been doing this for an hour now.
Good.
That was a good hour though. So yeah, if you have anything else you'd like to put out, when we hear more news about the Elder Scrolls 6, we might do another one. If you have any more information we didn't cover and you'd like to hear in the next one, don't forget to let us know if we said anything wrong, which you probably did. We said something which was just completely factually incorrect. Let us know about that as well. Sam's still doing his Skyrim series, maybe.
Yeah, I've got Skyrim on Steam, and I've just gone to hell on the workshop.
Let's just say maybe we might be trying to sort an online mod for Skyrim to carry the series on.
Hint.
Oh, hint.
Once you change from Windows 8.
Yeah, I've said I might be coming back to Oblivion, but I think that was a bit of a lie. I played it the other day. And I
think if we go back to it, we have to do it online, me and you.
Yeah, I think that's a fair enough thing. Me and Sam have always played it together, and I think we might do a stream actually of trying to like race to the end of a main quest line or something.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
We might stream the Elder Scrolls Online when that comes out.
We'll definitely record the Elder Scrolls Online. We'll do that.
That will
we'll be doing that for days on end.
Yeah. So when that comes out, I don't even care if I have an exam the next day. That will be a video that will be out that day.
But knowing us, we won't like it. We're excited now, but then we just won't like it.
It'll probably be just like, wow, guaranteed. So, thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to leave a like, because This has been quite a tough video to do, actually, trying to talk for an hour.
Yeah.
Literally just staring at a screen and talking.
Mm.
It's a lot harder than it seems.
Especially if you're not with the person.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just staring at a screen.
Yeah, but we're like 20 miles away from each other, so it's just a bit strange.
I've just been going from Facebook to YouTube, not looking at anything. I've just been typing Facebook, YouTube, Facebook.
Well, so and don't forget to smash that subscribe button, because our videos do take a lot of effort to put together. So every sub is very much appreciated.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check out our other content. There's a Skyrim tutorial. If you're an Elder Scrolls fan, you might not like Skyrim like us. We do Minecraft, we do DEFCON, we do TF2, we do Chivalry. So just give it a check out, even if you go on the channel and then you think, actually, I don't want to watch any of this. Just give it a good old fucking check out.
Yeah.
Check it out like you check out those women when you're at the super mall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That totally happens.
I don't know. It happens in movies.
Yeah, what I think is we should, considering this does well, we should start doing lore and stuff like that for Skyrim.
Okay.
Because I mean, normally people, to know lore, they have to look it up on the wiki. There's not really many videos about it, so if we did it, it'd be much easier.
Okay.
For them.
Okay, if you want that to happen, let us know. And we'll probably get round to it. So this has been The Elder Scrolls 6. Where will it be? What will happen? What the fuck will be going on? Will the Elder Scrolls probably not get better? So thank you very much for watching. I've been Suts. This has been Sam.
I've been Monkey D Sam, mate.
And I've been the old Suts _. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
La, 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 la.
Adios.
Make no.